Hello everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rita Holmes. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stmpin Up, and I'm coming to show you another technique that I've done with my Facebook group and that I'd like to share here on YouTube. Just a couple of things I'd like to tell you. I do have a Facebook group called Stamp Crazy VIP where I do techniques every Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I also upload a PDF into the files on there that give you the directions and the supplies needed to do the technique and the card that I'm doing today to go along with the technique. And I encourage you to come and visit, pick up the PDFs there that you can keep a file of all kinds of techniques to go back to when you're doing your stamping. I also have a website. Right now they've transitioned. Here's my website I've been using is www.ritaholmes.stampinup.net. That will redirect you to the new online store that they have set up, started today. Really nice. And just to remember that our mini catalog from August to December, this right here, went live today, so that you can we can open it up and you can see there's lots of stuff in here, lots of samples that will last throughout the rest of this year for all the holidays. If you don't have a demonstrator and you would like one of these catalogs, just drop me a line at my email, ritaholmes0611@gmail.com, and I would be more than happy to get one to you. So let me just say we're going back to an old stamping technique I call triple time stamping. It's been around for a long time. I thought I would just do a refresher in it using some Stmpin Up stamps that's in our annual catalog this year. And I'm going to show you a couple different variations that I did with this. I really need to make sure I'm in focus. I forgot to do my Facebook page. Yeah, we're all good. Okay, let me show you some of the samples that I did. I did the exact same layout as this on the triple time stamping, and then I just did a die cut and put in front of it. Makes a very pretty card. So that is another way just to add to that card. I also took the same size pieces and layout and turn this way. I did a Halloween card out of the new catalog that I just showed you, and I kind of did these at an angle, and then I did a different color paper in the middle there. Has a mesh bow on it. It has the iridescent black pearls on it. So that's a little different variation that can go with the triple time stamping. And then also there is this way, which you could do it this way or this way, but it is 4 layers instead of 3. And I only did an 1/8 inch border around there, which is trickier to fit. Doesn't fit as well as a 1/4 inch, but I just wanted to see what it looked like on the card. So that is some different variations to the triple time stamping technique. I am going to be doing just the original technique that most people see, which is this one, and to show you how easy it is and maybe refresh your mind if it's something that you knew and you haven't done in a while. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to take my 3 layers of white cardstock that I have cut there, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. Let me tell you the sizes. 5 1/4 by 4, and then 4 1/4 by 3, and 3 1/4 by 2. And they are going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer these right on top of each other. And I'm going to take some removable adhesive. I have some in this little thing right here. And I even forget what this is called. It's been so long, I've had it forever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a little tiny bit of removable adhesive in the middle of that. And I'm going to put this layer down and try to get it as even as I can. Going white on white, it's hard. Sometimes I have to pick it up to kind of see what I'm doing. And I'll press that little center there. And then what I'm going to do is take and put a little dot in the middle of that one. And I'm going to take my last piece and I'm going to stick that right down. Now you can do this with a glue dot. Also just put a glue dot in the center. And if when you pull it back up, it kind of rips right in under there, it's okay because you're going to layer it all back down. So anyway, you want to put some removable adhesive on there so that that doesn't move while you're doing your stamping. So while I'm doing that, I am actually going to put this on a piece of cardstock so that you can see the white of what I'm doing and I won't make a mess on my other paper. I am going to bring, this is going to be the inside of my card, another piece, and I'm going to stamp a flower on that as I'm stamping flowers on this, okay? So, I'm going to get my flower ready, and what I'm using is Gorgeous Posies stamp set. It's a really versatile set, and you can do so many, I've done so many different things with it. I love it. It's a great buy for its money. I'm also using, for the new ink colors, I'm using Bumblebee, Magenta Madness, Just Jade, and Misty Moonlight. That's the 4 colors that I'm going to be using for my technique, okay? So let's start with the Bumblebee. That's going to be our flower. Well, before we do our flowers, let me say one. I'm going to put my saying here on the center so that I make sure that I have room for it. So I'm just going to ink that up, and there we go. So I've got that all inked up. Get my little chamois pad out of here, and it looks really bad. I don't know if you guys use a chamois to clean your stamps, but it works great. Mine's really used. I keep it in a one of our stamp cases and keep it moist all the time so that I always have it ready for me. Now I'm going to open up the Bumblebee. First off, I'm going to take and I'm going to put a flower right there. And I'm just going to move that out of the way for a minute because I'm going to be doing flowers, and you want to press hard, and you're going to see that you don't get all the way up to the edge, but that's okay because we're going to put our matte pieces in there, okay? So and there we go. That's my flower pieces. So let's shut up the Bumblebee. I don't want it to I don't want to get my fingers in it because I have a tendency of doing stuff like that. I don't know if you do or not, but I can be a very, very messy stamper. But that's okay. Now I'm going to bring in my well, first I'm going to bring in my Magenta Madness, and that's the center of my flowers. So I'm just going to go ahead and do my centers. Okay, this one's done. I'm going to lay it to the side. So there we've got the centers all in our flowers. And I just like using this little dot for the center. So we have that done. Now we'll go to the Just Jade for our leaves. And I love this color. It's so pretty. So what I'm going to do is ink that up. I'm going to wipe a little bit of that off. Okay, there we go. Some bit of leaf here. I'll put one. Don't want to get it on my words. Right here. right here. I like to turn my paper, girls. I'm sorry. So there we go. We got some green in there with our leaves. We'll shut that up. That green's a pretty potent color. Little of it can go a long way. Now I'm going to take actually this little stamp. It's in the case. It's right here. It's to actually go in those little berries if you want to put berries in front or around on your card. I'm just using this little piece with my Misty Moonlight. So you just want to add some little bit. I think that might be all I need. A little bit over here. There we go. Okay, we're going to shut that up. And then we're ready to put it together. And all you do to put this together is we have our 3 layers. So what I do now is I'm going to take these back apart and I'm going to lay them just the way they go right here to the side. Okay. I'm going to take my card base, which I did 4 1/4 by 11. I'm going to fold that in half. Okay, and then this first piece will be adhered to here. And if you look at that, that could be a frame actually. You could make it a frame and put something on the inside if you like. Makes a perfect frame. But we are going to glue it down. Okay, we're going to take the Tombow multi-glue. And I put that on there. It gives me a little wiggle room in case I need it to make sure I have that where I want it. And then we're going to take this next piece. I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to, and before I glue it down, I'm going to show you that is going to match up like this to the flowers and that it was on. And this mat is covering up the pieces where it didn't go together, if that makes sense. So, first off, let me glue this onto the just jade. Let me pick that up off of there and position that down. Then I'm going to put a little glue on the back of it. And there I'll match the flowers and the leaves up. And press that one down. Okay, now we're on our last one, which will go right here with this. It'll go right like that. So let me do that. These are fast cards to make and they're actually a whole lot of fun. So I do hope that you all try them. Like I said, this technique has been around a long time, but I just want to give a little refresher course in it and remind people that it's here to do. It gives our cards just a little bit of a wow factor the way they're put together. Let me glue my inside into my card. And as you can see, it really does not take a long time. You could whip out a lot of these at one time. It really wouldn't take a long time. So let's put that here. That's our inside, and that's the outside, and it's all done. Now you could add some jewels or whatever you wanted to, but I think it's got enough going on. I didn't need to do that. It says celebrating your day, which could be a birthday or any other kind of day somebody's having, you know, that they got a promotion at work, whatever. You could just do that. So here's the one we made today. Here's the one that was my sample to show you. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you the other cards again. Here is the one I did, and on that one I used, let me get to it, Prized Peony. That's in our catalog. I used the big flower for the die cut. I used this flower and this leaf for my background that's on the other pages, and I did that. So that was that with that, and I also put a flower inside. So that's that card. The next card I did was this Positive Thoughts, and I did this stamp set right here, and I did use, they have some dies that match them, so I did the butterfly, and I don't know if you can see how he shimmers. I cut him out, put him on a dimensional, and he kind of, I put Winka Stella over him. But anyway, that is that with that stamp set. And then my Halloween card I did with this new one out of the catalog called Ghoulish Goodies. I used the birdhouse, this little image here, the little words boo, the spider, and to a frightfully good friend. So that's what I used on this card right here with some metallic ribbon and iridescent black pearls. So that's the take on triple time stamping from me, that you can do different ways. So my suggestion is just be really creative in what you do. You can put your cardstocks in different angles or whatever you want to do with it. A lot of different colors, a lot of different stamps you can use, and I hope that you get to take time to do it and make something really pretty. So that is all that I have to you for my techniques that I do, and again, it's triple time stamping. And if you do want the PDFs of any of my techniques, you can go over to my Facebook group. You can find it by typing in Stamp Crazy VIP. It'll bring you to that. You can join that list, and we have all the PDFs for all the techniques I've ever done, and all the videos over there, as well as on YouTube. I make them for both channels, the YouTube channel and my Facebook group. So with nothing else, I think I'll let you all go and hope that you have a great day and a great week, and we will see you again soon. Bye.